Most guys just kiss based on instinct or raw desire. But the secret to becoming truly unforgettable is hitting what psychology calls the emotional anchors of the subconscious. If you want a woman to be thinking about you long after the night ends, you have to realize her body is like a map, full of nerve endings and ancestral memories that react powerfully to specific triggers. The first place almost no man realizes is important is the nape of the neck. The truth is, from an evolutionary psychology perspective, the nape is one of the most vulnerable and protected areas of the human body. When you move her hair aside and give her a slow kiss right there, you're accessing a zone she can't see, which forces her brain to trust your touch entirely. You know what almost nobody notices? This gesture actually activates the parasympathetic nervous system, lowering cortisol and creating an immediate sense of security and surrender. It's like you're telling her most primitive instinct that, with you, she can finally let her guard down. The second essential spot is the forehead, specifically right between the eyebrows. Now look, this region is often associated with the third eye in ancient traditions, but in modern psychology, we see it as a major point of connection and protection. A kiss on the forehead isn't just a brotherly gesture like most people think. It's a gesture of protective dominance. When you kiss her there, you're signaling that you are her safe harbor. This touch releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and leaves an emotional mark of care that makes her feel like you really see her in a way other men completely miss. If this is already making sense to you, hit that like button on the video. It helps the channel keep bringing this kind of content to those who want to level up their interactions. The third revealing spot is the inside of the wrist. Here's the interesting part. The wrist is a pulse zone where the skin is extremely thin and blood circulation is very close to the surface. In the dynamics of attraction, kissing the wrist is a silent invitation to deep intimacy. When you hold her hand and touch your lips to that sensitive area, you're literally touching her heartbeat. It's a subtle, intellectually seductive way to say you're in control of the sexual tension between you without needing a single word. She feels the heat of your breath directly in her veins, and it creates a shiver that travels up her arm and straight into the limbic system. The fourth spot is behind the ear, moving slightly down toward the neck. This area is packed with sensory receptors that are wired directly to the cranial nerves. A soft kiss there, paired with a low whisper, triggers an instant physiological response. The truth is, the sound of your voice close to her ear combined with the moisture of your lips creates a sensory overload that shuts down the brain's critical judgment. She stops overthinking and starts just feeling. That's the moment of sensory surrender where you become a permanent fixture in her thoughts. Now, pay close attention because this is the detail that separates the amateurs from high-value men. If you feel your communication is still failing to create this kind of tension, you need practical tools. I've put together the Seduction and Power Messages ebook. It features 150 ready-to-use messages, opening lines for apps, flirting questions, and frame control techniques to take the conversation from the chat to the real date. The access link is in the description and the pinned comment. Don't miss your chance to master the art of attraction through both intellect and emotion. The fifth unforgettable spot is the collarbone. This bone frames the female chest and is one of the ultimate symbols of femininity and elegance. Kissing the collarbone is a move of both physical and aesthetic appreciation. Psychologically, when you focus on this area, you're showing that you appreciate the fine details of her beauty, not just the obvious stuff. It's a kiss that communicates deep admiration and refined desire. For a woman, being kissed on the collarbone is an intensely visual and tactile experience that leaves a vivid memory of exactly how special and wanted you make her feel. The sixth spot that almost every man neglects is the temples, right by the eyes. This is the spot where we hold most of our daily mental stress. By kissing her temples while she closes her eyes, you're offering a profound psychological relief. Following Carl Jung's ideas about nurturing the soul, This touch is a way of validating her exhaustion and offering her a place to rest. When you become the person who lifts the weight of the world off her shoulders with a simple kiss, you become irreplaceable. She'll start associating your presence with the end of all her anxiety. Finally, the seventh spot is the palm of the hands. Most guys just squeeze or hold hands, but very few kiss them with real intention. Our hands are our primary tools for interacting with the world. By kissing her palm, you're honoring everything she does and who she is. It's a gesture of modern chivalry that carries a sense of momentary submission and deep respect. This final touch creates an anchor of belonging. She'll feel like her hand belongs in yours, creating an invisible bond that will have her searching for your touch the second you step away. If you want to keep learning more about female psychology, attraction dynamics, and high-level masculine communication, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. The big truth is that kissing isn't just about physical contact between two lips. It's about the emotional impact you leave on her mind. The man who understands these 7 spots stops being just another date and becomes a reference point for pleasure and security. When you touch a woman with this much depth and intention, you aren't just kissing skin. You're writing your own story into her subconscious. And once you enter a woman's subconscious through intentional affection, you will never be forgotten.